Ha, those are my shoes. Ha, ha. I got you good. Ha, ha. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Shyzalosophy 101. That's right, it's great to be alive. Here comes your host, Shyzabox. Oh, is the show starting? Oh, it must be. Oh, quick, giddy up, girl. We heard the introduction. Hurry, we're going to be late. Oh, girl, hurry. Oh, get in there. Hurry. Whoa. Oh. Good girl. Get out of here. And the horse. You wrote in on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome, nuns and all, that's right, priests, preachers, cardinals, rabbis, bishops, deacons, missionaries, weirdos with beardos, Alcoholics Anonymous, anyone who accidentally clicked on this by mistake. Welcome, nuns, welcome all. We've got a fantastic show for you today. I'm sorry. We've got a free show for you today. That's right. We always mix those two up. Fantastic, free. It's one of those. It can't be both, unfortunately. Now, we wish it could be. Believe you me, when we called Daryl Dixon dibs at being best of the worst internet celebrity that there is, we knew that we would, be the foundation of crap, right? Our personal guarantee to everyone else who watches this is that anything else that you like and or love more than this, it's going to be better, infinitely, okay? When you know where the ground floor level resides at, okay, when you know who you can stand and walk all over, that's us. That's fine. Celebrate it all you want. You think it bothers us, you walking all over us, internet? In a strange way, it's kind of kinky and we might like it. Subjective, right? When we called Daryl of the Dixon dibs at being best of the worst internet celebrities that there is, we knew, like we said, we would be the best of the worst, okay? The show sucks. Not a lot going on around here, right? But, like we said, personal guarantee, anything else that you watch now infinitely, you're welcome. Better. Fantastic. All right, where were we? Well, obviously, at the start of the show, with which we are doing. But, we can't just jump into the show without first at least reflecting upon and making a, unfortunately, apology pertaining to our last stream. Well, we're sorry. We can't be perfect all the time. That's God's job. Okay? Cut us some slack. But, pertaining to our last stream, sorry about that. Excellent. Forgive and forget, right? The last stream wasn't good. I mean, let's be honest. This one's no better. And any of the ones previous and or maybe ones to come, guaranteed to probably fall in the same category, right? But that's the thing about being consistently not good. Okay? I mean, every manager loves that employee that shows up, right? Now, it's like you got Deborah in accounting, you got Phil in HR, you got Joey from the pits of hell. Blech. It's from Joey, it's a no-y. Blech. You got Joey from the pits of hell, whoever the apparatus around, whatever company is that you work in, you have, the entities and such that are there, and they are, of course, residing in the confines of trying to do their job, okay? And they show up. The manager likes them because they show up. They don't gripe. They don't complain. They don't moan. Now, here's the thing. When Deborah in accounting and Phil in HR and Joey from the pits of hell come to the manager and be like, hey, we don't like Bob. The manager's like, oh, you don't like Bob? Okay, now remember, Bob shows up and he shuts his fucking mouth. Not only that, he does his job. Okay. All right. The manager, okay, is going to entertain like, oh, you don't like Bob? Oh, geez, please tell us more, Deborah from HR. Did he break a policy? Is he in breach of conduct? Well, no. He didn't say hi to me in the lunchroom. It's like, well, damn it, Deborah. Shit on Deborah's desk. Oh, sorry. Lonely Island song. You just start thinking Deborah at work. What? Don't celebrate that. Tony, N7QE, WTF, smiley, laughy, crab face. 3 of them at that. No, believe you me. WTF indeed. Everything's fine. Huh, what? Read a poem from our poetry book? Okay. If you want us to read a poem from our poetry book for real. What, you do? Okay. It's from How Poetry, Poetry, available on Amazon.com and Kindle of the Unlimited for the low price of Kindle of the Unlimited. You got a free trial. You get that shit for free, okay? We get 0.04 cents for every page read. It adds up to ones of cents in no time. We're paid author, motherfucker. Subjective, right? Not well paid. Get out of my basement. Shut up, Mom. Ah. This one's called Socrates. Perfect, yeah. Now, we might have read this one before on here. We said we're reading shit for free, eh? We might have read it before, but you don't gotta buy the book. Yeah. You know, it reminds us, before we even read poetry into that of the ether, we gotta cleanse the environment. You can't just read and recite poetry willy-nilly and expect it to go hands down, no problems. Anyone who's adhered to and seen that of 90 sitcoms and movies knows the only way to eradicate that of Joey is to cleanse that of the environment herein. So before we read that of the poem, we need to cleanse the environment. Now, you work in whatever filth you desire to. We don't need Joey around here clogging up the joint. That of the silt, that of the exhaust, that of the entropy within which we wish not to exist within or around. We get rid of that shit in typical 90s fashion. 1, 2, that was 2, it takes 3. Everyone knows this. 3, excellent. Now that we have all of that negative Joey information all bottled up, yeah, right, disgusting. Okay, now that we have all of that negative energy bottled up through the power of metaphysics and the internet, well, now that shit's in your house. Disgusting. You got some Joey lying around there. Blech. You're going to want to clean that shit up. He can't really see me, can I? He's not the feds. Oh, what? The feds aren't watching you through your camera. Well, we're not watching you through your camera. They installed a flock camera in my living room. What? You too? Ah, damn. They put one in my garage. They put one in my living room. They got 2 in my bathroom. What the flock? The hell is this show? What? Everything's fine. I'll read a poem? Yeah, we're going to. We already cleansed Joey. Looks like you got some lying around there, though. You might want to clean that shit up. Disgusting. I mean, yeah, everyone lives in their own Everyone lives in their own desire to live in. No, not the homeless. Oh, well, fuck. Okay, fair enough. Sorry about that. We misspoke. Not everyone desires to live in that of where they live, obviously. I wish I lived in a mansion. To fill with what? Material possessions? Frivolous. It's all crap. Who cares? This all for philosophical entertainment, that of one's understanding and or reasoning therewith is objective to that of one's understanding and or nature to within that of oneself. Huh? What? Everything's fine. Read a poem? Yeah, absolutely. This one is called Socrates. Socrates. Boss. Careful. Looks like hemlock. Trying to read a poem. Save your laughter till the end. Please. Looks right. That much is known. Next time around, don't you dare drink! Fight for love and for that of home. It's not done yet. Let not city decide your fate. Roll over. Do not do. It's not over yet. Poison only rots the mind, killing you two out. It's the best sound we have. Resist or don't. Poison's bad. Thank you as a poem. Yes, yes. Available in How Poetry, Poetry, and believe you me, after hearing that, I'd want to buy the book. I mean, I just would. That's us. Now, that's because we wrote it, unfortunately. Don't be tricked. You don't have to buy our book. Your books suck. What? Shut up, Mom. You ever want us to move out of your basement or not? We're going to have to start selling some of this shit. For those who don't know, we sell books. Not a lot of them. But obviously, from pickle punk philosophy to transmutating God, we got everything there within that of what houses the principles and belief system of that of what is Shyzabox, right? As a philosopher, as a independent researcher, maybe not a good one in either department and or accord. Subjective, right? But from that of our desire to do, from our desire to exist, from our existence that is, our understanding within which we be, everyone is their own historian, everyone is their own philosopher, everyone has that of their own story to tell, okay? Now, our story is no different than anyone's story who is the same as that of our story. Okay? Bogged down by the system at some point. Told no at some point. Okay? Brushed off, pushed aside, felt alone or relegated or segmented to that of one's own system of foundational understandings, right? Now, knowledge, theoretically, is a fickle beast at that, okay? That of mankind can understand knowledge, okay? Knowledge as a whole, there's so much out there, all right, that you can understand it when you hone in and focus and practice that of learning what are the parameters in within the degree of knowledge that exists pertaining to that of, right? Theoretically, for philosophical entertainment. Now, we don't want to look ridiculous on the internet, right? When we go around doing our theoretical solvings and claimings to have, you know, theoretically solved that of the Voynich manuscript, okay? I am unsubscribing. Well, shit, we don't blame you. Fuck. We tell people, don't subscribe to this shit. Why'd you fucking subscribe to begin with? You're unsubscribing. Psh, go to town, buddy. Downvote the shit out of it, too. On your way out. We don't care. It doesn't matter to us. It's a fucking digital construct. Yeah. Unsubscribe, click off, go to that of the direction you desire to go, that of the desired direction to which you go.
Well, not this. You said a bad word. Unsubscribe, downvote, downvote.
Downvote us harder, Daddy! We love downvotes! It's like a massage! Blah! Get in there! Our muscles are tense!
You sound tense.
No, we're okay, actually, believe it or not. Everything's fine. Oh, what? Read a poem? No, we already did. Did you miss poem? Did you miss our poem? We already read one. You want another one? How about we just read you a quote from one of our other books? I'm subscribing. Huh. You're gonna regret it, didn't you? Have you learned nothing from, who the hell was that? Sigma Roblox. Oh, fuck, Roblox? Oh, Jesus. -J2W. Sigma Roblox -J2W. We can call you Sigma Roblox -J2W, right? Yeah, of course we can, right? It's our show. Fuck it. So, Blowblocks. Blowblocks told us earlier, Parker, okay? He's unsubscribing for a reason. There's a reason. Now he's trying to trick you. Don't get tricked. That's right. Parker, welcome to the show. If you're subscribing, believe you me, your algorithm's really messed up now. If you clicked on this live stream, it was already on a downward trajectory. Probably some bad comments on some videos here or there. Maybe correlation to some other proponent of your digital fingerprint. I don't know, theoretically, for philosophical entertainment, obviously. What do we know? Not a lot. Hey, shut up, Mom. Trying to get subscribifications. Point is that, what the hell are we talking about? Oh, we're going to read, well, we'll do it, viewer's choice, whatever you want. Hell, hijack this show. This shit sucks. Don't celebrate that. We're here. Why would you applaud that? Because it's not our life. What? Oh. Yeah, I guess that's logical and makes sense. Fair enough. Fair enough. Viewer's choice. Hijack the show. Nothing that we have to say is any more important than that of what anyone else has to say as well. Whether it be someone unsubscribing and or subscribing here too, it's that of a digital means and that thereof conceptualization of what is available, right? There's so much content out there, okay? That, in essence, what PDF logic is the equivalent to, in academics, there are so many people who hold that of their own theorems, their own theories, their own everything. And that's good because everyone inherently is their own historian. Everyone is their own philosopher, okay? Everyone exists in that of their own bubble and sphere of truth, okay? Now, different bubbles and spheres of truth will either resonate with each other, okay? They'll overlap, and that of the bigger idea, the bigger, formalization thereof, the bigger understanding and or metrics within which one could correlate, theoretically, for philosophical entertainment. In fact, like we said, we don't want to look foolish on the internet. Before we get ahead of ourselves, let's put on our thinking hat so we don't look ridiculous, okay? It's just... it's far too often in society, people do shit on the internet, they look foolish, they look ridiculous. We need to have our thinking hat on so that we don't look such, okay? There, much better. Now that we have our thinking hat on, we may contemplate that of metaphysics, that of quantum computation, that of what exists in that of the universe and or the universe of being, right? Subjective to that of one's understanding and or desired vernacular descriptor thereof, okay? Everyone's in their own bubble. Everyone lives their own life. You don't like what they have to say. You don't like what they have to say. All right, you're going to not resonate with them. You're not going to overlap and become that of one entity working together, okay? If you harbor that of, in principle, different beliefs with which inhibit you from working with that of other individuals in society, okay, for that of benefit, then you are working against each other in an entropic, not neighborly way, theoretically for philosophical entertainment, okay? Again, when you venture and dive into that of, quantum physics and that of, metaphysics in general, okay, Aristotle was one smart dude, okay? Metaphysics is crazy as shit, okay? Now, good old Shyzabox or bad old Shyzabox. We don't chase subscribers. We don't chase the votifications. We don't chase that shit because we already know how to get them, obviously. We have marketing meetings with our marketing department to invest in the ones of dollars that we get from our book sales on how to best facilitate growth in the channel. Obviously, wacky waving inflatable flailing arm guy came out in all of these marketing meetings as how at least many companies get viewership and membership, right? So, obviously, we listen to the marketing department and wacky waving inflatable flailing arm guy. Same thing as we do driving down the highway in interstate. We see a used tire shop. We're like, oh shit, they got a wacky waving inflatable flailing arm guy. Oh, so does that mattress store. We stop at both places to take a selfie with it, obviously. So people see it and, the live stream, and they're like, oh shit, wacky waving inflatable flailing arm guy. Well, subscribe, right? We know how to get subscribifications. We have, meetings with our marketing department, theoretically. Hold on, management's calling. What do you want? We're on time. We're doing the show. We're on the phone. It's our boss. What? We're not lying to the people? No. Hey, clock us in a couple hours ago. We were on time. We just didn't do it. Stop interrupting the show. You're ruining it. No. Management, they think they know how to run the place. Who the fuck hired them, right?
Smart people.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough. Where were we? No, we're good. What? Shut up, Mom! We're gonna read a quote from one of our books, and then we got on a rant and a tangent. And management called and interrupted. We'll just read something from one of our books. Oh, good, you're excited! Oh, excellent. Let's see. Do you want us to read from Pickled Punk Philosophy or Nailing Kalimba? Let's hear it. Pickled Punk Philosophy. Oh, that's pretty good. Nailing Kalimba. Oh, wow. Sounds pretty close. Nailing Kalimba has it. By a mere just a bit. Now, one thing we love about Nailing Kalimba, aside from the fact we wrote it, obviously, it's inherent, that's an axiom, right? One of those already known truths. One thing that we love about Nailing Kalimba, okay, is that it has a shipwreck table of contents. Now, you might say, that shit sucks. Okay, well, whatever. Don't see a shipwreck table of contents in Les Mis, motherfucker.
Bad word. Downvote, unsubscribe.
What? Downvote us harder, Daddy. We love the shipwreck table of contents in this one because it's funny. To us. Alas, this is going to be from Nailing Kalimba, available on Amazon.com and Kindle Unlimited. Play some Kalimba. What? Maybe after we read from Nailing Kalimba, if you're good. That's right. Where's a love heart? Oh, we deserve them. No, you don't. What? It's fucked up, Mom. You love giving us love hearts. At least you told us you did once. It's all for philosophical entertainment. Ah, thank you for the love hearts. We deserve it. Yes. Believe you me, it was just one. But let's be honest. Everyone only has one heart anyway. So, I don't need a punch. Love reciprocated. Agape love, you know, I mean, yes, thank you for the additional love hearts. We deserve them all. We love ourselves very much. Very arrogant and conceited around here. Or we're not. I mean, we have 6, 7 arguments about it. You know, we can make. Yes, thank you, number one finger. We might be going to the sports game later, too. What sports ball is starting? Are the Taylor Swifts playing yet? Believe you me, the Kansas City Taylor Swifts have done monumental things for that of Kansas City Taylor Swifts. I mean, people were already on edge about the name and stuff, like Chiefs and stuff being referred to as Native American. Kansas City Taylor Swifts. I mean, it's better. Yeah, I mean, we're not saying Taylor Swift's better than Native Americans. Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa! It's messed up, Internet! Stop using ambiguity to that of our disadvantage. That's messed up. We love culture. Oh yeah, where are you going for lunch? What? You called us fat? No. Damn it, Mom! We told you at breakfast, stop those comments! It hurts our ego! I like the Bears. They used to like Chicago from what we hear. Didn't the Bears move? Now, we don't know. We don't follow all the sports ball all too often and things of that nature. I mean, like we said, when the Taylor Swift Kansas Cities are, you know, running around tackling each other and things of that nature, believe you me, it is quite the game. We all love TK. Stands for Travis. Travis Swift. Mm-hmm. Until it doesn't. I mean, you have Adam Sandler officiate your wedding, really? I mean, I hope you have a good ceremony in private, too. Like, you know, like, very close friends and family. You know, they seem happy together. We wish them the best. Hurry up and read the damn quote! What? People see the book and they're like, is he reading from it yet or not? I mean, yeah, I mean, maybe ones of persons will download it on Kindle and I'll get 0.04 cents for them reading like 2 or 3 pages, okay? It equates to ones of cents in no time. We're a paid author. Not well. Irrelevant. It's all subjective, right? All right. This is a quote from Nailing Kalimba. Excellent. We're glad to hear you're as excited as we are. Nailing Kalimba. When I was but a lad, suckling on me mutter's tit, I could hear that of the sea calling my nature. 'Twas this indeed from war me tale begins. Nay, 'twas merely upon that of the teat itself, where I suckled the beat of that of the universe. Yes, thank you, it was terrific. Best book reading you've been to all day, probably. No, it's the second one, it's the worst. What? I read in the bathroom earlier. What? Shut up, Mom. Everything's fine. I'll read a poem. We already read a poem. We're not doing that again. But, as promised, you were pretty good. So we'll play some kalimba for you. Oh, terrific, yes. What better way than to spend your day? I mean, hell, a poetry reading, a book club meeting, and a free concert. Now, none of which necessarily were good.
You know,
I mean, you get what you pay for, right? I mean, we can help the show sucks, but, I mean, we're probably not going to. Ground floor level of crap. This shit sucks. As promised for being good, here's some kalimba. First, we must center ourselves with that of centering ourselves. Excellent, fantastic. We feel centered. Excellent, fantastic. What an excellent concert that you've had. Well, gee, if only there were a way you could enjoy kalimba on your own time. Well, you know what? Now there is. And it's free. If you go to our IPFS site, we actually do have a digital kalimba within which you can change the color, change the patterns, change the material of which it's made. There's some customization. You go to the IPFS site, go to the main thing, scroll down to the audio. I think it's the second one. It's above the Granny's Mayo Mental Music Maker. Someone was giving us some shit in the chat one day, you know, saying, you know, is mayonnaise an instrument? And so we made it into one, okay? So we're good like that. Granny's Mayo Mental Music Maker, that's on the IPFS site too there. Yeah, fist a jar mayonnaise. Or a tube or a tub. I mean, you can change it, customize that as well, okay? I mean, we like customization in that of our things. The big JC in the house! And we saw you, Heather Balticas 2108. Yes. We know you were the one who liked the Bears, okay? And as we said, they used to like Chicago or, you know, whatever like that. Don't celebrate that, and they moved. It ruins their history. Big JC, much love. How is life? We hope all is going well. Believe you me, this show's been struggling so far. we were trying to come up with, you know, an excuse to end it. Believe you me. But now that you're here, obviously the big JC, he is one of the guiding metrics in foundational measures. He actually introduced us to that of his buddy, who became one of our great buddies, that of Jimmy Jamz, another fellow philosopher, okay? Now, you're like, how many of you assholes are there? What? Don't worry about it. Worry about the ones you engage with. That's the... I mean, to put it simplest, that's how, you know, we were saying earlier, everyone's in their own system, their own metrics, all right? If you're in your system, another one's in theirs, and you don't work well together, you're going to have conflict. You're not going to get along, synergize, work together to build, right? Theoretically, for philosophical entertainment, okay? That's why in that of our Lithic Logic, that of, you know, what Shyzalosophy itself, all right, is the living practice, philosophical practice of the symbiotic seeking of truth, okay? That's it, all right? Truth reigns supreme, and that of the living may seek what is true, okay? Dead people aren't allowed to. It's all subjective interpretation. Now, it may be correct, it may be true, it may be of the utmost relevance, but dead do not dictate that of truth. It's not allowed. It is a logical fallacy to allow such, okay? For philosophical entertainment, okay? Or a lack thereof. All right? Everything is subjective to that of one's interpretation. You can't have the old policies of even people that we relatively admire, like Immanuel Kant, rear their heads and, dictate that of what we do. Hey, thank you for the love hearts. Yes, we deserve them. But there can never be a living beheld to that of what is not organically able to cognitively and or beyond metaphysically, all right, represent that of itself, okay? It must be able to practice what it preaches, all right? Now, everyone is their own philosopher, everyone's their own historian, everyone lives in their own little metrician bubble of understanding, theoretically for philosophical entertainment or a lack thereof. Doesn't matter. Let's see, I'm trying to dodge all the turds in the punch bowl of life. Joey. You know very well, Big JC. If it's from Joey, it's a no-y. Disgusting. The filth even coming from our mouth.
You mean like your regular vernacular?
What? Don't tell better jokes than us. Makes us look worse. We called Daryl Dixon dibs at being best of the worst, okay? Okay, yeah, keep the jokes coming, believe you me. Makes the show better. We try and avoid that of the Joeys and everything like that as well, as you know. And that of Joey is anything inherently destructive in nature, sinful in nature. That of, and when we do computational code and things of that, doing, creation demos or games or working theories or anything like that, then obviously Joey is the malicious code that inherently rears itself as an error. So if it's from Joey, it's a no-y, right? Obviously, Joey disgusts us. We don't want those errors. We don't want those fallacies. We don't want those computational failures, okay, on that of our account, on that of our usages, on that of our abilities, all right, to surface and rear their heads. Okay? If it's from Joey, it's a no each. It's riddled with stuff that we wish not to deal with. Believe you me. The same folks, well, Joey is many a mind. Everything's fine. What? Play another kalimba song? Okay, we'll play another one. But just one more. Now, we're going to have to get centered again. You warm up how you warm up. Excellent, we're centered. Of course, our preference is to tune to that of 432 hertz. So our 14.28 millihertz can do that of what it does. Excellent, another fantastic song. Yes, yes, best damn kalimba you've heard all day.
Not for long, I'm gonna go play some.
Wow. Play a kalimba song that repels Joey, wow. Big JC, done, and believe you me, we'll have some fun, because you may not know that within 432 hertz we begin. And that with thus we center such, we play the song that resonates much. For that of Joey is not a chord, and that of what we play kalimba with. For Joey to repel, all is well. Merely a tone can be perceived. We don't even sell. Joey eradicated. Start looking into some stuff like ancient bell technologies and resonance and things of that nature. They say that of the destruction of bells and things of that nature were merely that of, for wartime purposes, the needs of metals and things of that nature. We call bullshit. Theoretically, for philosophical entertainment, of course. If you had a topological grid structured to that of how we use a cube octahedral kind of matrix, all right, to utilize Shaw-sealed, lithic logic, lithic is stone, that of structures that exist that aren't going anywhere anytime soon. The pyramid, Stonehenge, Göbekli Tepe, that of the Azures Plateau, that shit's underwater now. Go to the descriptification, should you choose, audit the hell out of us, yes, we don't hide behind the math, we don't hide behind the science, do that of what you will. Okay. Point is that if you go up there, Lithic Logic reigns supreme. Okay, we already ran the metrics. It's Shaw sealed. There's no takesies backsies. Okay, work is done. Anyone can do the same math and get the same results. It's called consistency or reproducibility or whatever science calls that of itself. Remember. Empirics be damned, because that of what is empirical cannot be empirically validated whilst it's on the understanding of not being empirically understood. So even if people buy into that of our lithic logic over that of what we perceive PDF logic, that which is housed in academia now within the confines of there's so many fucking PDFs out there, everyone has their opinion, everyone has their view, everyone has their beliefs. Some of them might even be more right than others. Even more right than ours, believe it or not. But the system is infatuated with metrics of rewarding those who are part of a broken system, okay? It's a fallacy that exists in all of it. Now, good old Shyzabox doesn't give a fuck, okay? Very, very, very vernacularly aggressive to state such in such a manner, okay? We understand. But, believe you me, academics is so placated with PDF logic and the necessitation, okay, to merely grab and entertain that of what they do, because those who even entertain to empirically validate that of which exists are doing that of their own shit anyway. How can one truly focus on being empirically that of a validator when that of whom validates not that of themselves? If you're not confident in that of your own metrics in accord to where you're foundationally consistently working on other shit besides empiricalization, you shouldn't be empirically evaluating shit, theoretically for philosophical entertainment or a lack thereof. Now, we speak very, very, very authoritatively in the realm of metaphysics, okay? Bold claim cotton. You best back that shit up. The internet is a crazy place, and we understand that. We put on our thinking hats. We're not worried about looking foolish now.
You still do, asshole.
Subjective to that of one's understanding. Mankind can understand knowledge. Mankind can never know knowledge. There's too fucking much. Right now, you have literally, all right, foundationally, a system where every single thing that can exist in existence, okay, is maintained in that system, okay? Landauer's logic, okay, is correct, all right? For a broken system where you have this person, this person, this person, this religion, this belief system, this ideology, okay? All of these different metrics in Landauer's correct, computationally verified, and certain, okay, metrics created in fucking 1960s. Now, we're not saying we are correct, but we look at things a little differently, all right? Landauer is correct in that of his system because these people don't get along, these people don't get along, these people do get along, they resonate together and form a bigger entity, these ones don't, they form another one, they go to war and destroy that of this one, eliminating it and prioritizing the speed of data erasure, okay, over that of theoretically how one could perceivably exist in the realm, theoretically, for philosophical entertainment, all right, of that of Lithic Logic. Now, like we said, our work is done. We don't give a shit if anyone buys into it or not. We'll look like crazy old Diogenes going around on the internet looking for an honest man in the daytime. Got any honest man there? We haven't found one yet. And believe you me, we still have not, ourselves included. Okay? We could be full of shit. You either believe a system, you view it on its own metrics, accordings, and affordations thereof, your interpretive understanding, which is subjective to every individual system and understanding, okay? You are your own philosopher, you are your own historian, you have your own vantage point with which you witness events, okay? Believe you me, from one angle it might look like one thing, and another angle it might look like entirely something else. Where did the board go? It disappeared. No, it didn't. You're looking at it a little differently. Okay? Keep in mind, here's where crazy old Shyzabox differs, okay? This is a line in the sand. This is a either you believe the system that we have now is the best possible, or a line in the sand argument, okay, across the entire dynamic of understanding for crazy old Shyzabox, okay? We've never had a formalized physics class. Well, that's too bad. Looks like we fell through the cracks. But we were blessed with the opportunity to get an education from that of the academic system, which inherently plays a vital role in empiricalization of what is known. It does. But a system cannot empirically validate what it is, okay? It must be done from the outside. Landauer is correct. His logic is correct. For a broken system in which no one's working together, you're prioritizing the speed and erasure of data, causing entropy and heat, okay? It's a difference between, in essence, gaining gain, which we do in that of Lithic Logic, versus gaining heat in that of entropy, all right, in that of PDF logic. How many PDFs do you need to read for that of all of your understanding that exist in all of the world right fucking now? Okay? There are new ones every day, there are new theories every day, and people come and they bring nothing to back it up. Zero receipts, zero accountability, zero metrics of getting it to even in front of people's eyeballs. We've already proved our theory. We don't got shit else to do, okay? We're done. We call a hard stop to PDF logic because it's fucking ridiculous at this point. No one's reading that shit. People are starting to run shit through AI. People are inherently not in control of that of what they are doing. Get the fuck out of here. We look at things a little differently. For better or for worse. We understand. We can be wrong. But we call a hard stop to that of PDF logic, that of what is presented, that of what is given, okay, to the understanding, all right, of everything that exists, or everything that can be, all right? Everything can exist, everything can be. All right? Fuck that marker. That one doesn't work well. All right. Everything can exist. Everything can be. Now, universe, realm, sphere of understanding is subjective. Let us look past that of our understanding of what, in essence, in cases and houses, that of where we reside. If we are, if we thus be, can we agree that here we are? Okay? Whether you call this the universe, whether you call this the cosmos, and here, that's you there, we're getting rid of you, but believe you me, we don't want to. Everyone's important, we're not even in here yet, okay? Gotta lay the playing field before we set the pieces on the board, right? Believe you me. But, whoa, that was a close one, that would have been bad. Don't worry about it. All right, where were we? All right, foundational metrics of what this is, okay? You can call it Ein Sof, okay, if you are not of the desire or wish to, and we got to write reverses backwards, sorry about that. All right, you can call it Ein Sof, you can call it God, you can call it, you know, that of the universe, you can call it that of the cosmos, okay? You can call it that of whatever you wish, and can we agree that it doesn't matter we're here, okay? We're in it. Well, you call it whatever you want, okay? Now, like we said, Landauer is correct in a broken metric and a broken system of understanding because everyone houses their own principle, views, beliefs, and understandings, okay? You have all of these little clusters of people that exist in the same realm, in the same degree of their belief systems, okay? You got Catholics, you got Judaism, you got Mormonism, you got Islam, you got, you know, that's just theology. You got people from Michigan State, you got people from Ohio State, massive rivalry. You got people from, you know, the UK, you got people from Africa, you got people from the North America, you got people from Central America. You have so many metrics of so many individuals, so many people with all their different views, all their different beliefs, all their different vantages, and believe you me, Landauer, okay, is correct because we live literally in our understanding of a broken system, at least as far as how we operate. That's why no one changes this shit. Now, we never had formalized physics. So we see all this shit and we're like, what the fuck is going on? Now, apologies world, this is all for philosophical entertainment, and that of a philosopher, whether a good one or not, is that inherently what we be. We see all this shit and we're like, what the fuck is going on with that of logic? We see a bajillion PDFs out there with no receipts, no foundational claims inherent to them. When we theoretically claim that we solved that of the Voynich manuscript, we come with receipts. That of lay it out and make a trifilar helical weave, motherfucker! 0.85 millimeter gap in that of the artwork. Resonance and not that of a star or celestial formation. Theoretically, in our interpretation, it may be wrong. It's formulated and helped to thusly prove quite a plethora of things we've endeavored to venture upon in the condition with which we understand it. Empirics be damned. It is a 600-year-old document everyone's been griping about, complaining about, arguing over, okay? We claim we theoretically solved it by not treating it as a linguistical document, which everyone's looked at it as for 600 years, ourselves included, for 6, 7 of them maybe, right? But we read some Pythagoras, we read some more Aristotle, okay? We read some more St. Thomas Aquinas, and we developed that of a more formalized understanding of how to arrange and organize all the bullshit. Landauer is correct, okay? But we utilize Fiedler to reinterpret the system a little differently, okay? And inherently, our reinterpretation thereof, correlates very, 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 very well topologically with that of ancient data structures and the grid. Okay? Call it what you will, Earth exists and that of what can be, should we agree that Earth exists and what it can be. Okay? do we foundationally stand on that of rock and stone or whatever, and or do we not? Okay? Lithic Logic reigns supreme. Lay that of your PDF in a desert, and I will lay that of a pretty big rock. And let us see what survives the test of time for the next 200 years. Okay? We dare say that on its own metric and accord, without any additional oversight or interactions therewith, just merely being left to the elements and that of nature, Lithic Logic reigns supreme. Now, you might be saying, well, how am I going to lay my PDF out? You want me to print it out? No, I said lay your fucking PDF out. Lay your PDF out and lay it next to that of our rock. Here, fuck it. We'll use this mineral rock. Okay? Lay your PDF out. There is ours. Thusly show us yours. Whip it out. We're not talking Joey style. If it's from Joey, it's a no-y. Blech. Disgusting. We look at things a little differently because we never had a formalized physics class. Sorry about that. We fell through the cracks. Don't blame us. Blame education, right? It's all subjective to understanding. Okay? We could be wrong. But computationally, we have that of receipts with which say we are right. Additionally, our utilizations of how we extracted to get to that thereof, we already proved our theory. We can't prove our theory anymore. We literally have, house, host, and run that of our own sovereign micro blockchain, okay? Our own IPFS site is in the descriptification, okay? It's pretty awesome. There's games, there's demos, the digital Kalimba demos on there, okay? We already proved our theory. We need not wait for empirics to catch up with what cannot empirically validate what exists. Okay, it's in PDF logic. It must segue, it must shift, it must shut itself down, and cognitively as a whole consensus, not just Shyzabox. It must as a whole work together to achieve that of what it does. Okay, it can't be one person's belief. That's how we work in the system now. One person's belief here, one person's belief there. Well, we have that of our own belief system as well, okay? We have our own Shyzalosophical Gödelian loop, okay? Now, Gödel, you got you know, the metrics of it and stuff. You got a 1-to-1 ratio, right? Just straight up. 1-to-1, right? So we are here, and we get to house and host and hold all of the information within that of our little bubble. Now, here's everything that can exist and all this other part all around. This is everyone else living in their lives. You know, they all have their own thing, okay? When you have a closed system that does not allow for an external fact to contradict it, so a truly closed system with which no external fact can contradict, again, that is very, 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 very important. If this were us, and we have a crack in our logic, if one component of a decimal, okay, in a string of computational numbers, okay, is left out, if one is off, is one is incorrect, it fails. Motherfucker. We sealed that of what we have done. You need not understand. It's fucking done. We don't wait for empirics to catch up and validate what it cannot validate because it is the system. The system cannot empiricize itself. It already inherently wants to exist via that of its eigenvalues. The system wants to exist, all right? It's how you play it, all right? Whether you wake up tomorrow or not, theoretically, the world will. Okay? Now, if you have any broken metric in your system, then Landauer applies, and he is correct, because he is correct for a broken system. Now again, we do not have a formalized physics class, so it is very easy for us to state crazily on the internet the second law of thermodynamics is negotiable. Crazy, bold. When you prioritize the structure, okay, of the housing and storage of the data over the prioritization of the erasure and the speed of which it is done, you do what we call, okay, in our Shyzabox Laplacian matrix, okay, on that of our own afforded understanding, subjective to that of our interpretations therewith. Again, we do not have a formalized physics class, so we can say fuck Landauer. It is disposable logic to us. Now, studied, learned, people who have devoted decades of their lives to studying physics, to studying thermodynamics, to studying entropy, does not like to see some asshole like Shyzabox come in and overnight say PDF logic has fucked up your entire system. There is too much of it, you're not reading it all, and you yourself are overwhelmed and working on your own shit. How do you have time to work on empirically validating a goddamn thing? You do not. And if you say our college, our university, our piece of paper is better than their college, their university, their piece of paper, fuck you. Empirics be damned. We don't have to wait for it to catch up to crazy old Shyzabox. Theoretically, for philosophical entertainment, again, we can be wrong, and we're willing to be. No external fact can contradict a closed-loop system. Therefore, let us call a complete stop to the bullshit that exists in the world. The fighting, the squabbling, the pettiness, the misinterpretation, the lies. Let us omit that of every single erroneous, egregious Joey that exists. Get rid of that shit. It is disposable. Put the bullshit out of your life theoretically. When you have your closed loop system, everyone is their own philosopher, everyone is their own historian. When a system utilizes that of not a forced hostile takeover through conflict, through entropy, through the gain of heat, think of warring tribes. You killed my family, so a few years later we get revenge and kill someone in yours. Well, a few years later we get revenge and kill someone in yours. You have so much heat, so much anger, so much back and forth. Guess what never happens? A foundational metric of forming a fucking decent society to live in. You are creating heat, you are creating entropy, you are creating and sowing chaos and not working for the betterment of your neighbor. Theoretically, for philosophical entertainment, subjective to interpretation, maybe warring tribes constantly fucking warring is productive. Maybe it's productive for someone or something. Theoretically, for philosophical entertainment. When you live in a closed system, no external fact is going to contradict it. We love utilizing that of our 11 cents that we made 1 month in literary sales. The metrics of our clown nose that we got. 11 cents. We reinvest everything we make back into the channel for the most part. You know, I mean, we try and utilize it that thereof. But we got that of the red clown nose, okay? You cannot contradict a closed loop system. That of this is a sphere, a shape, is it not? It is foam, it is squishy, it is that of red. Now, does square exist? Well, yes, and square technically exists. Is this square? No, this is an external fact that square is, but it cannot contradict that of the closed system that exists in that of red squishy ball. Clown nose. Failures of our literary profession. Like we said, empirics be damned, we need not sell that of what we have already proven. Okay, do not buy this book. All right? Pains us as an author. You buy this book, you go up on the metrics of dumb-tectable, believe you me. And we got Mystery Shopper, okay, not feds. We got K-Money that we know for sure, which reminds us if anyone, is looking to check out new on the horizon content that is hopefully coming out, go to its operator Kev, give a subscripification. Dude's looking to start live streaming, give a help out. Work together. Any conversation that comes into the realm of adding to and not taking away from should be welcomed. Hey, K-Money, you're here! We're behind in one's a chat. We haven't got there. Don't buy this book. All right. Where were we? All right. No external fact can contradict a closed-loop system, okay? So we kick it here. Landauer logic need not apply because our system isn't broken, okay? Now, when systems get in conflict, okay, and one takes over the other through entropy, all right, they fight back, and they're going to be emblazoned in a metric of chaos for quite some time. So, fuck them. Don't worry about them, okay? They exist, but let's exist outside of that and everything. Let's leave a partial vacuum gap. Gotta leave room for Jesus, right? One must utilize a partial vacuum gap. Now we use, in that of our electronic usages, that of shite, okay, our mathematical lectin, which we monographed in our book, Delectable. Do not buy this fucking book. Okay. It's thermodynamic enlightenment at a price tag, and believe you me, it's expensive as shit. Don't buy it. It'll try and trick you. It broke Amazon.com's pricing algorithm. Okay, literally. Now, whether that still adheres, maintains, and or holds is of irrelevance. It fucking did, and we got the receipts. Leave a partial vacuum gap. We prefer that of our shite one, 0.85. Okay? Use whatever you want. 0.85 is the high-medium volatility, okay? If you're working in a 1.0 system, you can't do shit. There's no wiggle room, brah. Where the fuck you going? You can't do nothing. You gonna fuck shit up. No room for error. Okay? That's why when we look at stuff naturally, we like to look at it in a post-Organasian environment, okay? After the elicited nuclear kind of reaction, okay? Because guess what's happening here? A bunch of nuclear shit and Joey shit. Yeah. Disgusting. So get rid of the bullshit, right? Okay? Don't let any of it interfere with a hard stop and that of what is foundationally knowledge, understanding, or anything like that, okay? We live in that of our own closed system. Everybody does. Everyone harbors, holds, and maintains their own ideologies and everything like that, okay? Conceptually, all right, what we did is if this is representative of the Earth, okay, and you take a cubo-octahedron, okay, and put it over the top, okay, what is that, like 24 sides, like fucking 12 flats, or, I mean, there's, man, we gotta check our notes. We don't know all this shit off the top of our heads, okay? We are not perfect. That's God's job. You take the cube octahedrix, all right, and you utilize vector equilibrium, okay, to where everything is the equal distance, all right, apart, all right? Now, that's a bad indicative drawing because we suck, all right? But as long as you have a partial vacuum gap around that of the outside, then theoretically, in these closed systems themselves, everyone can exist and live and do that of what they want and believe that of what they want. It doesn't fucking matter. Can we agree that, hey, look, we're all on Earth and looks like everyone's got a piece of the pie? Fan-fucking-tastic. You mean that we can prioritize not arguing about what people believe in their own systems, and instead we can take the best of what everyone has to offer, and we can foundationally unite as humanity, as the world, as mankind, as sentience as a whole, and fill out and build the lithical structure and system within which we could operate, house, communicate, and work together to build an understanding thereupon? Well, that's fucking crazy talk. How are you gonna have wars? We don't want to get along and build a structure that creates something that then houses and creates a foundational metric of knowledge and gain versus an inability to gain knowledge and gaining that of chaos and entropy, which makes the entire fucking thing not possible to goddamn begin with. Okay? So you choose, okay, line in the sand, to either agree with PDF logic, it is either correct, Landauer's broken system logic need be in place, yes or no, for the rest of existence, or crazy old Shyzabox might have very well, theoretically, for philosophical entertainment, and even though mathematically, computationally, and to ourselves, validated in that of our own theory being true, it is not empirically validated, but that of an empirical system cannot validate what is empirical because it cannot empiricize itself. It's the same way that a self-sustained system cannot witness that of its own gain. It must come externally. Well, guess what, motherfuckers? Here's Shyzabox from the external, who externally never had a formalized physics class. Sorry. People have dedicated and devoted their lives to the study of physics, to the study of Landauer, okay? Dude came out with all of his stuff in the 60s. It was exonerated and proven computationally true, which it is. Fuck, just because it's disposable logic doesn't mean it's not true. Landauer's system exists, and our system exists. Right now, we live in Landauer's. Now, we're not going to leave Landauer's broken-ass system unless every single motherfucker in here, academics that resides in that of PDF logic, how many have you read in the time you've been here? Well, guess what? In the time you've been here, probably another 100 have hit the motherfucking market. We live in PDF culture, okay? And it's not that the PDFs inherently do not have value. Academics has value. PDFs have value. What people create, every single person, whether it's of benefit to society and or not, everyone has intrinsic value. Even the low-life degenerate pieces of shit that you wish to wipe upon the bottoms of your souls on a constant, consistent basis have some form or iteration of aspect, worth, viability, and not being an inhumane piece of shit thereto reciprocally, okay? You either love that of your neighbor, you either forgive and work on forgiveness, which we have a long way to go, believe you me, we are not perfect, that is God's job. Landauer system's correct. Right now we're living in it. Everyone houses and holds their own belief, their own view, their own metrics of understanding. Some of y'all motherfuckers are fighting, some of you are warring, some of you are fucking putting crazy shit like Shyzabox out on the internet. Hell, some of you might even additionally have receipts like we motherfucking have in the description of the occasion.
He sure is swearing a lot this episode. That's a downvote.
Downvote is harder, Daddy. It's a digital construct. You don't care. You either maintain right now, okay, that of the system that we live in, and or theoretically, we've already proven our theory, we literally moved a metric kernel of data from Kaggle to Web3. It's done. It's SHA-sealed. Go to the IPFS site right now. That's what it is. Okay? That's also inherently where that computation is housed and held, in addition to Kaggle, open source. Audit the shit out of us. We don't hide behind the math. We don't hide behind the science, okay? Our system exists, motherfucker. It's SHA-sealed. S-H-A. Hey, Siri, Google, what the fuck's a SHA seal at the motherfucking grok? Well, it's created by the CIA to computationally verify where that of, something inherently, comes or stems therefrom. And not erasable. You change one digit, one figure, one iota of a decimal place, and it breaks. Okay, that of what would be a closed system would inherently break. Okay, well, guess what? Our system exists. We already moved a metric kernel of data from Kaggle to Web3 in a 23-hour run. Now, say Kaggle runs in 12-hour runs around the clock, okay? 12-hour, 12-hour, 12-hour hard cutoff. What we did is from a Web 2-based environment, okay, quantum tunneled, whether you believe in that of metaphysics, whether you believe in that of quantum tunneling or not. I mean, hell, if you believe in quantum physics, you best damn believe in quantum tunneling. We quantum tunneled that of our logic using that of our algorithms, that of our computation, that of everything, and we literally moved a metric kernel of data, which is a shit ton of information. We moved it from Web 2 here on Kaggle's website. Thank you, Kaggle. You guys are awesome. We quantum tunneled a metric kernel of data to our fucking system, okay? Now we have a tuning fork for that of Web 3. Okay? Everyone can go to Web 3, everyone can do and house and hold that of what they want, and believe you me, once there, we can all formulate and talk to each other in that of a cube octahedral structure, in that of a data source here, regardless of what the fuck ever a corporation says. And you can work together and build theoretically for philosophical entertainment that of a system which inherently exists in itself, in which has that partial vacuum gap of 0.85 millimeters to, of course, afford and leave room for Jesus, or your interpretation thereof. You could be a heathenistic bastard, and that's fine. Or Shyzabox is stupid. Second law of thermodynamics isn't negotiable, even though fucking it is. Utilize Feeler to reinterpret Landauer, and it's disposable, all right. We need to start on a blank slate either way, right? Whether you even agree with Shyzabox or you agree with how academics runs things, it matters not. That's how within the system works. Okay? Now, as we say, as we state, as we, are that of, subjective to our vernacular dissemination and talks there herewith, okay? That of how we view things can inherently, like we said, be wrong. It can be frowned upon, and it can definitely be audited, okay? That of which is why we try and make it as easy as possible to speed up the process. We already proved our theory. We can't prove it anymore. We don't care, okay? We can sit around. We don't work for a big company. We're not under an NDA. We love life. We don't work for the government as of yet. They haven't shown up with a briefcase full of cash. Shyzabox, it's a matter of national security. We need you to SHA seal some files for us. Yes, sir, Mr. Donald Trump. As you wish. But no, I mean, they have their own metrics. They have their own, what is it? They have trillionaire boys in there doing what they do best. And now they do very good work, believe you me. We negate not that of what trillionaire boy brings to the table. But there are thusly now two tables and a line in the sand via which quantum tunneling has afforded the opportunity right now in this point of history and whatever goes on cyclically to one subjective understanding therewith. Right now there's that of which a quantum tunnel within which theoretically for philosophical entertainment we could fill with all sorts of cool shit if we all work together. Albeit a minor novel extension to that of constructor theory, Shyzabox's extension to constructor theory is thusly, we already did it. Don't buy this book. All right, let's check in on these ones of chats we missed. Sorry we get carried away, but we did have to kind of cover the episode, I guess. Maybe not well. All right, sorry, I know we were rambling for a while, so everyone's probably already left. All right, let's see. Dodging stuff, same folks. Kalimba song, well, we should play another Kalimba song, Get Centered, real quick. Let's do it.
Oh, God, no.
Who was that? Excellent. Joey removed. No Joey in that song. All right. K-Money, of course, representing here and rocking. Everyone go check out its Operator Kev. Give us some scriptification so we can get some more streaming going up over there. Some more conversations, some more topics with which can be addressed, talked about, and housed and held in that of another external apparatus within which operates on that of its own metrics and affordings. Numerical constants in mathematics prove intelligent design. Well, hey. Big JC, mathematics exists, brother, and, you know, we argue not with that of what we cannot argue with. We can interpret, we can house our own subjective thoughts and beliefs and things of that nature, but disseminate that of truth in affordings and accordings to that of such a monumental and pivotal question is better done conscientiously through that of thought, translated vernacularly through that of probably a medium and that of a literary work. Unfortunately, I mean, there's just too much thought there to house, hold, maintain, contain, and that of a little, even if we extend this by an hour or so, there's probably so much oversight and things that would be missed that it would definitely necessitate a massive internal look in that of the operational parameters and that thereof. Theoretically, obviously, for philosophical entertainment. Da, 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 da. All right, where were we there? All right, Big JC, the world doesn't exist unless we are there to perceive it. JC, you know, you hit the nail right on the head. That's why we use in Shyzabox's Laplacian matrix, we use witnessed resonance logic, okay? Everyone exists, everyone has their own thing. We don't hold anything to be true until everyone fucking agrees on it, okay? If these dudes are fighting, all right, they're not going to agree on something that everyone can fucking agree on here, okay? These guys are busy fighting. This guy's over here like, what the fuck, man? I agree on this shit, okay? Well, I don't like his religion. I don't like his hair. I don't like his whatever. I don't like his, well, you know, this, that, the other. I'm going to harbor my own views. I'm going to use misbalanced judge scales with which to harbor an advantage over their own. It's entropy, it's heat, it's chaos, it's war, it's factional division. It's not working together to do that of what is best prioritizationally of necessitation to advance where we are now in a system that cannot empirically validate itself because you cannot empiricize in empiricisms. Right now, literally, Landauer and, well, reverse these backwards, damn it. Shyzabox, okay? It don't matter, okay? Shyzabox is crazy, get rid of it, that's fine. Continue living in Landauer, all right? Keep building data centers, keep creating PDFs, keep consistently never working together, keep making things never better for that of anyone else, keep harboring your views and maintain your theories that because you hold a piece of paper that you are better than someone who does not have that of the same, whether it's a construct of money and or a construct of thought. Joey's an expert in ass. We don't give them a fucking doctorate for it. It's from Joey, it's a Noe. Joey? Noe. You don't want malicious code in that of your computation, believe you me. It holds you up. We spent hours trying to debug random shit. Granted, it's our own fault. Only to find out that, like, they updated some form of where you pull computation from as far as when you're using, like, Python and NumPy or NMBPY, whatever. It don't matter. Alright, and we got to finish the rest of that thought. The world doesn't exist unless we are there to perceive it. Yes, we use witness resonance logic in that of, our Shyzabox Laplacian matrix and such of what we do. That's why we centered, Shah sealed to the actual grid of the earth, that of stones, that aren't going anywhere, okay? We did it as a favor for the future. No one needs to buy into Shyzabox's, belief system at all. Fuck us, dude. Like, whatever. Doesn't matter. Yes, we remember Virat Kohli, the cricket player. Fuck. Everyone knows Virat Kohli, the cricket player, Aryan Pandy. Jeez. Yes, we know the cricket player. Virat Kohli. He's very good at smacking balls around. Handles them pretty well, too. You can play with my cricket bat anytime. What the hell? Everything's fine. Read another poem? Maybe on our way out. All right, if it's from Joey, it's a Noe. Yes, obviously. Thank you, K-Money. You know this. And then Aryan Pandy jumped the gun. We just got so excited about that cricket player, Virat Kohli. Sorry, K-Money. We didn't mean to cut you off. Inherently, it is far more important for anyone. Fuck cricket, right? Now, Aryan Pandy. We love cricket as much as we love the Kansas City Taylor Swifts. Believe you me, sports ball to sports ball, right? Point is that obviously it's inherently a necessitation to household and maintain the knowledge that Joey will ruin any sports ball in a heartbeat. It's from Joey, it's a Noe of absolute most importance, absolutely. Alas, we find ourselves at the crossroads now. We've caught up with our chat. We've addressed that of PDF logic and that of Lithic Logic, which we do on a regular basis. We're a broken record, yes. The theory doesn't change. It's housed, held, and maintained in that of its apparatus. But as we venture into the realm, all right, of the future endeavors that the day brings, we remind ourselves that it's very important to a metric and degree to remind everyone, if you want to get out of here before us, now's your chance, because we're about to shut it down. So you don't want us to shut the door on you. Believe you me, it's way better when you slam it in our face. It's like,
no, I was grasping at every word.
It's because it's entertainment, baby. Maybe not good. Some things are so bad you can't turn away. There's a reason why Live Leak and Leaked Reality and even things like World Star housed, held, and maintained that of the metrics and operations they did. Stuff exists. You choose to interact with that of what you do. Some things are good decisions, maybe, perhaps, for that of one's entity and being. Some things are maybe negative and have a fallout that is not as good. Us leaving without playing at least one more kalimba song when we said that we probably would have been very bad. That's right. So that's a good thing we remembered now. We feel bad for everyone that we already told to leave. You're missing another free song.
No, we're not.
Yeah, fair enough. You're not. Let's get centered. Chase away Zoe. By Zoe, we mean Joey. Believe you me, even Joey tries to trick and hide in places he isn't. Good, Joey's gone. Excellent, fantastic. Again, best kalimba you've heard all day.
No, I went to the IPFS site and I'm doing the digital one. Mine's way better.
We get it. We know. You record it. You enjoy it. You listen to it over and over to your heart's content. Customize it. Do whatever you want. It's on the IPFS site for that of your usages and abusages. Use at your own risk. This is all for philosophical entertainment, subjective to that of one's understanding and or reasonings therewith. All right, you be sure you take care of yourself out there because there's only one you. We can't replace you easily by going around making fake accounts, subscribing to ourselves. We get in trouble for it. We've tried it a couple times, believe you me. Doesn't work out quite how we want. Takes forever because we don't like to lie to those companies that lie to us. We navigate that radical access in that analytical geometry that allows us to go between all of these multi-place systems and say, don't touch us. Closed loop system here. Don't contradict us. We're great. We slide, we shimmy, we snake right ourselves in there. Find ourselves in your living room. You're like, how'd you get in? Like, squatter, go home. We used to listen to Anti-Flag when they were good and dude wasn't bad. Allegedly. Presumably for what we saw. And they suck now. Fuck. God, Anti-Flag sucks so bad now. It's unfortunate. In our opinion. Obviously, you might still love them. That was great. You take care of yourself. There's only one you. We can't replace you. And believe you me, you hold a place that is very near and dear to that of the life balance of life itself. And do and utilize and practice that of what the best is of you yourself. And believe you me, we appreciate it in the rest of the world because you are important and that of your own metric and accord and affordings therewith. Unless you're Joey. After you take care of yourself, you look around to that of your neighbor because there are people out there struggling, hurting, really, really, really needing help that, believe you me, they need not desire a means to ask for it, but they may need it very well intrinsically to that of one's own being. So please look to that of your neighbor and you take care of them themselves second after you take care of yourself. Then you look around the room, you see us peddling our literary wares, you like, buy all of our random crap, buy all of our books, okay, and you're like, no, that shit sucks. We don't want to, all right? We understand. We get it. You don't want to go into Books A Million and be like, hey, you guys got some Shyza on your shelf? Or you do. That shit's funny as fuck. I'm looking for some Shyza and stick it all the way out and buy that fucking shit at the end. Get one of the cheap ones. Fuck. One of these has got to be like $5, $6, $7. Okay, something like that. Now we know some of them might be 10. Don't buy Delectable. That one's expensive as shit. Believe you me, you'll turn heads. They'll be like, what the fuck you're buying? I'd like to order Pickled Punk Philosophy, please. Do you have any Shyza on your shelves? I hear it's soaked in brine. Metaphysical brine. You see us peddling our wares, you take care of anyone else that you like or love more than us, because believe you me, you probably do, okay? But at the end of the day, you got anything left over, we'll take it. Beggars can't be choosers. Because remember, we don't want your subscription, we want your money. Downvote the shit out of this, go to Cashapp and give us a buck, or go to Amazon.com or Books A Million and search Shyzabox books and buy one of them. Get off our lawn!